welcome to my kitchen. Happy Shavuos and Rosh Chodesh. So today, and thank you Zehava and Torch for having me do this demonstration. Who doesn't love a holiday where we're compelled and encouraged to use dairy for desserts? This is like the best holiday for a pastry chef, right? Yay. So tonight we're gonna do something simple, super easy, and you can use a lot of pantry ingredients that you already have in the house. It's my no-bake cheesecake parfaits. So I'm going to show you the base cheesecake mixture and then a couple of different toppings and different styles that you can decorate, and we're just going to have lots and lots of fun. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you a couple of decorating elements so they can dry, and then we're going to layer our parfaits. I'm going to be doing 3 different kinds. We're going to do a cherry amaretto, we're going to do a turtle cheesecake, and then we're going to do a vanilla wafer banana parfait, cheesecake parfait. All right, who's ready to get started? I know I am because I'm ready to eat. Okay, so what I have here is melted white chocolate, and I have my little vanilla wafers, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip the ends, and I have a tray lined with wax paper. I'm just going to lay it down. I'm going to dip the ends. I don't like it all the way. I think it looks a little prettier and cleaner if you just do a little bit on the edge. And while they're still wet, I'm going to take a little bit of colored sprinkles and just sprinkle on the wet part, the white chocolate. Okay, and that's going to be step 1. And then I'm going to pop these in the freezer so they can set up in time. Okay, so the recipe that I have for you guys today is just a cheesecake base, and it's so easy. And all it is 2 ounces of softened cream cheese. It's 2/3 a cup of the marshmallow cream, the fluff, and it's 1/2 a cup of whipped topping. And these can all be store-bought. You don't even have to make these homemade. You're welcome to do that if you want, no problem. But what I want to do first is, let me back up. That particular recipe will make about 2 large parfaits or 4 minis. So you can double it, triple it, however many quantities that you want. So I just have some disposable little parfait glasses, and I'm going to show you some little techniques just to jazz them up. So the same white chocolate that I have melted, I also put it in a little small piping bag, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little parfait cup, and I'm just going to lightly go around the edges with the white chocolate. And I like to use white chocolate instead of dark chocolate because you won't see it shine through the topping. So you just want to go all the way around the top. Can everybody see? And then all you're going to do is dip it in your topping. So this is just some little midget pecans, and I'm just going to press the glass against the nuts. And there you have the glass lined with the topping. And I'm going to continue that for my other flavor variety with just the graham cracker crumbs. And just so you'll know, this particular recipe can be done parve. All you would have to do is do the Rich's whip and then the tofutti for the cream cheese. So no big deal. You can make this parve, you can make this dairy, and it'll taste delicious any which way you look at it. Okay, and now I'm going to go into the crumbs and just roll it around. Don't be shy. And there you have it. So it just gives it a really nice little finish. Okay. And now we're going to get to layering. So here's the cheesecake mixture. Again, for 2 large or 4 minis, it's 2 ounces of softened cream cheese. It's 2/3 a cup of the marshmallow fluff, and it's 1/2 cup of store-bought whipped topping. So what you want to do is beat the cream cheese with the fluff till smooth, and then you just want to fold in the whipped topping so it won't deflate. And then once I've loaded my piping bag with the large round tip, I'd like to just pop it right in the refrigerator, and it's ready to go whenever I need it. So I think we're going to do the turtle cheesecake first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little parfait glass. I'm going to scoop. And the graham cracker crumbs don't need any butter or anything. They're as is. And what's really great about this recipe is that you don't have to do the flavors I'm doing. If you have Oreo crumbs, if you have lemon curd, if you have strawberry preserves and fresh strawberries, it's just the basic idea of how you layer it in a glass with fun, different techniques to design and style them. So use whatever you have in the house. So you're just going to take a little bit of crumbs, not too much. And then you're just going to pipe. Actually, I changed my mind. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Okay, you're just going to pipe a little bit of filling, just like such. And then I have some melted chocolate. I'm just going to do a little drizzle. And I have some caramel sauce. It'd be great if you got the thick one, the one that's a thicker consistency. And I'm just going to drizzle that inside. And then I'm going to top it with a little more nuts. And then comes the finishing. So I like to keep my whipped cream in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it. Otherwise, it will deflate. So I just used the same store-bought whipped cream. And I have a piping bag, and I don't know if you can see, but this is a large star tip so that it'll make the really pretty decoration. And all you're going to do is pipe your rosette right on top, like such. And then all you want to do, just to make it over the top, maybe drizzle a little more chocolate, drizzle a little more caramel. And I like to top it, because I think it's really pretty, with some fresh mint. And there you go. Our first cheesecake parfait is done, and that's our turtle cheesecake. Now, if you don't like graham cracker crumbs, feel free to use anything else that you like. Again, Oreo crumbs. I'm going to go with Nilla wafers, because I wanted to do a Nilla wafer birthday cake variation. So in this one, I decided to go with this style of a cup, just like that. And I rimmed the edges with the same sprinkles that we're going to use. And then in a little bag, I took my Nilla wafers and I just took a rolling pin and I beat it and got the crumbs. And all I'm going to do is layer my bottom with crumbs. That's a pretty big glass. We'll use the whole thing. And then I'm going to take my cheesecake mixture again. And leave a little bit of room. I'm just going to put some sprinkles on the top too, so it kind of looks really pretty all the way around. And then I have some freshly chopped bananas. I'm just going to layer those on the top. And I'm going to go pop out our decoration from the freezer. So as you can see, our cookies, decorated cookies have set, and this is what we're going to use to top it. So we're going to take our whipped cream. We're going to do our real pretty rosette on top. And then we are going to take one of our dip decorated cookies, and we're just going to put it right on top. And there you go. That's our Nilla wafer banana cheesecake parfait. And I have one more that I'm going to show you. And in the meantime, I felt that my whipped cream was getting a little bit loose, so I'm just going to pop it back in the fridge.
I'm going to interrupt meanwhile and just tell everyone you're missing out, because when you see Ashley's stuff in person, it's so much more beautiful. It looks so nice on the screen now, and it tastes delicious. Ashley's baked many hours in my kitchen, some beautiful, I don't even know, gourmet macarons and all these cool stuff. And it's always beautiful and delicious. So
thank you so much. It's always a treat to be in your kitchen, that's for sure. Okay, so we're moving on to our last style. And what I did was I reserved some of the cheesecake mixture, and I'll tell you why. Just for another little bit of difference or variation, we're going to do the cherry amaretto. So all I did was pop open a can of the cherry pie filling and topping, and I just put a little bit of the amaretto liqueur and I let that sit. But what I did is, if you can see, I reserved some of just the cherry juice, the red part. And what I did is I took the cheesecake mixture and I colored it a light baby pink with that extra sauce. Just another little trick. So I'm going to load it in my piping bag. And you can go in the same piping bag that you were in before. I did this one last because the white and the pink and the mixed. So just thinking ahead, I knew I was going to do a pink one. So I went ahead and did this one last so I could reuse the same piping bag. Same ingredients, so not a problem. Okay, and we are ready. So we have our other little parfait glass, the one that has the graham topping on it. And we are just going to put little graham crackers in the bottom. We are going to pipe our pretty pink cheesecake. Can you see how different that looks? I don't know if the light, but just adds another little pop. And then we're going to take our cherry mixture. Oh, that looks good. Layer that on the top. And let me grab the whipped cream out of the fridge. And we are going to pipe a rosette right on top, like such. Look how pretty that is with all those colors, the pink against the red with the graham crackers. And just for good measure, I'm probably going to put one cherry on top and maybe a light sprinkle of the graham. And voila, there's our cherry amaretto cheesecake parfait. Now, I think we have a little bit of extra time, and I was thinking, we all love our coffee, right, ladies? Like, we can't be without coffee, and what's a dessert without coffee, and what's coffee without dessert? So I wanted to give you an extra little treat and demonstrate how you make the famous TikTok dalgona, which is the whipped coffee. I believe it comes from Korea, and everybody is just, it's all over the internet. It's all the rage, and it's so easy. And I thought, well, I gotta have my coffee with my cheesecake. So here we go. So all we have here is 2 tablespoons of the instant coffee with 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then this requires 2 tablespoons of ice cold water. And just so I don't have to break out my big KitchenAid mixer over there, I have my hand blender. And all we're gonna do is whip this. You have to have some patience. This is gonna take some time. but it's so, so worth it. And again, this can be done carb, this can be done keto, this can be done sugar-free. You can use sugar substitutes, the monk fruit, you can use stevia, regular sugar, brown sugar. You know, you want to put it over almond milk, which I'm going to do because that's what I have at home. You want to put it over whole milk. You don't, the world is your oyster. You can have whatever you want. So all we're going to do is whip it, whip it, whip it. And what you're looking for is for the mixture to stiffen up. You want it to get a little lighter in color, and then you want it to start to get really, really shiny and almost like a meringue that it holds its shape. So we are getting there. It's looking great. I'm excited, although I don't really need to be drinking coffee at this hour because then I'll be up all night, but you know, decaf. Can you guys see how it's kind of lightening up? That means that you're incorporating air and you're getting it to be a nice whip. Now, another thing I've seen with people using this, now the trend is to use this as a topping on brownies or on cakes. And this is a whipped topping that's dairy-free, so it would be great on top of a carb cake or a sheet pan of brownies, and you just ice it like a regular icing. We're almost there, we're almost there. You see how it's starting to thicken up and it's getting super, super shiny? Oh, it's looking so good, I can't wait. So it should start to get harder for the beaters to move. And you can always come back and check. Do you see how there's a peak? It's not, well, it's almost there. I'm gonna give it another, oh, the smell is heavenly. I'm gonna give it another quick beat, just so it's a little bit sturdier. Okay, that's looking awesome. Do you see how it's like staying on the beater? It's not going anywhere. That's exactly what you're looking for. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a glass. You're gonna fill it with whatever milk of choice. Let me move some of these so that you can see a little better. And you're gonna put a little ice. And then all you're gonna do is take that same spatula, get your fabulous looking whipped coffee, and just lay it on top. Voila. The Dalgona. L'chaim, everyone, and happy Shavuos and Chag Sameach. And if anybody has any questions, please feel free to come on and ask.
That looks amazing. I think I pronounced it wrong last time I made it.
Maybe I pronounced it wrong.
No, you probably do it right. Anyone have any questions here for Ashley? It's such a great job. Michelle, I'm unmuting you.
How do you drink that without getting a chocolate mustache?
You know what I do? This looks great for photos, but I just go in a regular big cup and just have fun. I'll just dump it later into a larger glass and go for it. It's really a photo op kind of a thing, my opinion. You're absolutely correct. What a lot of people do, though, is just to get it all incorporated, they'll take like a spoon and kind of mix it so it all gets mixed up together.
So you need a much bigger glass to do that.
You can do that. And then also, I've heard that you can put this on hot coffee as well. It doesn't have to be iced. So you would just, maybe warm your milk and then put the topping, something like that.
Looks great.
Again, it's 2 tablespoons of the instant coffee powder, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cold water. You blend till you get it nice and frothy, and then pour over what your milk of choice.
Thank you.
I think I saw somebody on the chat ask about the cheesecake base. All it is 2 ounces of softened cream cheese, which is 1/4 of an 8-ounce bar. And then it's 2/3 a cup of the marshmallow fluff and 1/2 of a cup of the whipped cream. And I will tell you that the regular size jar of the marshmallow fluff, I think it's the craft bread if I'm not mistaken, that actually is about 2 times the recipe, that entire jar. So then if you were going to use that entire jar, I would say 1/2 a bar of cream cheese, the entire jar of the fluff, and then 1 cup of the whipped cream.
Mm.
Okay. Ashley, you're amazing. I can't wait to have you back in my kitchen soon.
Well, I can't wait to be back.
Okay. So Alana is texting me. I'm just making sure she can get. I don't know why some people are having trouble getting on. So give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second.
One jar.
This would even be great in the cheesecake parfait. You could use this too and maybe do like chocolate covered espresso beans on top. That would be fabulous.
Ooh, like it.
Mhm.
Okay.